Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me, Tracy, at TierraCast. Today is a super exciting day. You'll see that Kierston is here with us. She's still muted, but she'll fix that here in a minute. We have a product launch. You guys were so excited. Kierston, I'm going to go back to my screen view for just a second so people can see what we are going to show them. We are so excited. And then you and I will pop on and talk about it and tell everybody what is happening. Okay. Kierston, can you unmute so we can hear you? Hi. You're still muted.
Hello.
Now she's with us. Hi, Kierston. So
Hi.
You guys, everybody who watches our videos should know Kierston is our product development manager. So she always joins me for our product launch videos because these are her babies. She's the one who creates these. So our new launch, our email went out today. And it is called Celestial. I'm showing you the front of the flyer just because it's beautiful. Our graphic designer did a lovely job. And then this is, Kierston, I'm gonna go to spotlight this again so they can see it a little closer. The theme, of course, for Celestial is celestial. So we came up, Kierston developed all these products that are very stars and moons and suns and sparkle, basically heavenly. So we have a whole series of moon phase charms. We have various other things in the theme. And I think I'm just gonna, I'm going to switch my camera to my screen so that we can show the parts and let Kierston tell us about them. So Kierston, what do you think? I mean, I don't know where you want to start. Do you want to start with, obviously there's some new kits in the collection. One of them that we sneak peeked to everybody a few weeks ago, because we launched this one as a teaser. We kind of launched it a couple weeks before we were scheduled to launch the whole collection. So you guys have seen this. This was the Celestial bracelet and earrings. And then we added two more. And I'm going to let Kierston tell us about the parts and her inspiration and whatever else she wants to share about them.
All right. Well, I'm super excited that you let me crash your party today. I am very excited about this line. There's a couple things. So when I was developing the line, I wanted to do a celestial line because to me, not only is it's a really beautiful theme, but it's a timeless theme. I think it never is one that goes out of fashion. And I was really inspired by, I think there's a connectivity kind of theme to this line. So when I was looking at designs and what it is that I wanted to make, I really was wanting the feeling of something that you would find kind of in your grandmother's jewelry box in a good way.
Right, vintage.
Yeah, so a vintage feeling, kind of an antique feeling. I looked at a lot of, I love vintage lockets. So I looked at a lot of vintage lockets and filigree work and bright cut engraving styles. Mm-hmm. And I really just wanted something that was really usable, really wearable, and also kind of made you kind of feel connected to the past, but also, I mean, everyone looks up at the sky, right? People have been looking up at the sky since the dawn of civilization, so.
Exactly. It is so, the sky, it's navigation, it's looking at the heavens in wonderment. It's like, it's huge in culture.
Yeah, and we're kind of all connected, right? Because we're all looking at the sky all together every day.
Exactly. So which piece did you start with?
The piece I started with, not to choose favorites. Well, I actually started on the charm and the pendant at the same time.
So that's these two. That's, I'm going to hold them up a little closer so people can see them. And I should say too, Julie is with us. She'll be watching, sharing links and monitoring comments and chatting with you guys. So we're glad that I didn't think she'd be available for us today because she's busy, but she's here. So thank you, Julie.
The gang's all here today.
Yeah.
So the pendant is really it feels funny because we've never done a hexagonal shaped anything, I think. So it's really different, but it has the shape of a vintage locket that I really, really loved. And so we put engraving all around it. And I really like the idea of I love to do double-sided parts when I can. I know our customers just love it because the design possibilities are kind of really blown wide open then.
Right.
So I started them at the same time. I did some sketches for the pendant, and then the moon charm. I remember, Tracy, you had a lot of input on that one too.
Yeah, well, I'm always piping in with opinions. But I just loved where you were going with these from the get-go. I loved the accent around the border. And you haven't, if my attention may have wandered for a minute because I was bringing up the stream on the page so that I could look at comments too. But you haven't mentioned this yet, have you?
No. I will mention one more thing about the pendant because it is my favorite. Not to play favorites, but it is my favorite. There is a hidden Big Dipper in the moon scene, and the moon side scene. So it's kind of hard to make out, but
I had no idea about this all this time of these months of looking at these parts, and I did not know until Julie pointed it out at some point.
Can you see it now?
I did. I had to go look for it, but I did find it.
It's my secret message. It's my secret little constellation in there.
So it comes down this side, and then the dipper is down here, right? I am pinpointing it accurately, right?
Yeah, in person you can see it.
Had no idea.
And then so the charm, obviously it has a crystal embedded in one side. So it has a tiny SS9 that I feel like just gives it the perfect amount of bling. I like to wear it out both sides. I love them equally.
I do. I have some pieces already, and I'm trying to get it so the light hits it just right. But I just wear whichever side suits my mood that day.
Yeah, that's why I love the double-sided parts, man. You just kind of can't go wrong. I flip my pendant around all day long. And then the moon side, the moon face, we have a beautiful moon face. And if you remember, Tracy, our first version of the moon face, he was a very angry moon. And so we went back, we worked with a local artist, and he really did a beautiful job of making a very serene, kind of dignified, happy moon.
Yes, I remember when the first carving we got, I went, I don't know, he looks very stern. So then, he came back with the second, or maybe it was even the third. By the time he was done, you're right. It's a beautiful little serene face. I love it.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. And then we put on both of them. I kind of wanted there's a style of stone setting called like a pave. So I really wanted it to be like dimensional. So it's got a lot of dimension in person.
Right. Really, really, really beautiful, both of them. Love them. So what else? What else you want to tell us about?
I want to tell you about everything. Why don't we talk about the bezel?
Okay.
I'm wearing those right now.
Are you?
They're on my big hoops.
Oh, nice.
Gorgeous.
So the bezel, yeah, it's really cool for a couple of reasons. So it's the first open backed bezel that TierraCast has ever done.
That's right.
Yeah, usually we have a backed bezel and people love our backed bezel. And so what we did this time was we opened the back, but we also made it deep enough so that when you do put a crystal in, it won't get scratched. So the faceting on the back is not exposed. So it's got a nice deep setting.
I don't know if people can really see that you built it just the right depth so that now you were focusing on oval crystal stones. So that's what you kind of geared it towards, right? To make sure that foil back was protected.
Right. I wanted to make sure that if you put a big oval stone in it, it would be protected. So that was really important to me because I hate when I use a setting and then it scratches off the foiling and it looks all funky.
Right.
But I also made it so that it would fit a calibrated cabochon.
That's right. Yeah, I was just grabbing some of the samples you brought in to show me the other day.
Ooh.
I know, amazing, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah, and so if you put a cabochon in there, my background is in metalsmithing, so I have a serious love. I love crystal, I love bling, as you can tell from this line, but I also just love semi-precious stones. So if you set a cabochon in there, you can really see through it, and that just gives it an extra little something.
Yeah. So, and we should point out that the way sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed.
It's a little tricky.
Right. We should point out that, a cabochon can have some variation in sizes and stuff, but they all should fit with 14 by 10 millimeter is a pretty standard cabochon size. So you should have good fitting with that size of stone.
I think the Beadbox Rocks is saying their customers are going to go crazy.
Yay.
For this collection.
Yeah. So I was going to point out that we are selling the crystals pre-glued with a clear crystal and also empty so that you can choose your own components, whether they're gemstone cabochons or crystals, you can glue them yourself. And I just want to point out something fun that we did with some Sculpey clay. We got our hands on a color that's got some sparkle in it. It's a deep blue and it's got some sparkle. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the color.
I think it's Galaxy, isn't it?
I'm not sure, and it's too far away from me.
Galaxy glitter.
And so we made a little polymer clay cabochon, and I put a little what do you call it, Big Dipper in there. So that was a really fun way to use this bezel.
So cute, Tracy. I love it.
So
what's really beautiful too is that it has a scroll work on the sides,
right,
which is really nice. Besides for having a scored kind of Milgrain style front, it also has this beautiful scroll work all around the perimeter.
Yeah, and then the back is just a pretty kind of plain, smooth back. So yeah, those, I think we haven't even gone on to the other parts yet, but these might be my favorites, but you better continue.
It's hard to pick a favorite from this line. Honestly, I keep thinking today the pendant's my favorite, tomorrow, who knows?
Kierston, what are the earrings you're wearing?
Oh, the earrings I'm wearing are made by my friend, Casey.
Oh, okay. Are they not
I thought they were the moon phases.
They aren't. No, they're golden onyx earrings.
All right. So you better move on to the moon phases because that's what Julie just brought up.
That was what I thought I was doing.
So our little moon phases, so little but mighty. I really love these, the moon phases. We are selling them some individually, but as a set, it's really great because it just makes designing a breeze, right? You can, the hole on the opposed loop is wide enough that you can string it onto a chain and just kind of be done. You can put it on our open and closed hoops.
Yeah, it's about a 2 millimeter loop, right?
Yes.
Uh-oh, did we lose Kierston? She'll come back. It's about
I'm
a 2
here.
millimeter loop. And you mentioned sets. So how we're selling these is with the little moon phase, which is a full moon, 2 half moons, and 2 crescent moons. We're selling those as sets to our customers. So I think they'll get, when our customers buy them wholesale, they'll get them in a set of like 5 of those little packages or something. I'm not even quite sure. Maybe 10.
It's 10.
Yeah.
I'm always wrong though.
Yeah, these moons. Now we didn't do, let me move this a little bit. We didn't do all of the celestial components in the brass ox because there was so much detail. Sometimes that makes the brass ox just get a little bit too dark. So most of the celestial components are available in the silver, gold, and copper. And then we are selling the moon phases and the full moon charm and the crescent moon charm in a brass ox as well. But I'm sorry, I didn't have one of the brass sets on hand to show you guys. But this is all available also in the brass. So tell anything else.
You have one of our opening hoops there with these parts on it. I'm chosen for the earring.
Let me show ya.
I need my earring moon phase fix.
I love them. They're an easy, just quick design.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
And it uses our opening hoops.
Right. So what Julie's talking about is we have, people may or may not be familiar with, we have a series of what we call charm keeper hoops, and they're heavy gauge brass wire that's then plated, and they open. And there's just a little hook here and you can close that up. So they're very, very, it's easy to string little things on there and create your design. And they come in 3 sizes. So one of the designs we did for this, and we almost turned it into a kit and then changed our mind, but that doesn't mean we won't do that later. But one of the first designs we did was this moon phase earrings. So that's what Julie's talking about.
Well, you were talking about the size of that loop, and I immediately thought of the opening hoop because the loops on this line are fantastic, Kierston. So we all know, big hoops all the time, and I'm able to put all of the things on my hoop because the holes are big enough. Thank you.
I was thinking just of you, Julie.
I knew it.
It's always good to do that.
I really like these two. I put a light hammer tone texture on them, so they really do just catch the light really beautifully. So even though they're simple, man, they make quite the impact.
Yeah, they just have a little bit of a shimmer, which really I'm noticing really shows up well on the camera here where we're showing them. So yeah, those are the moon phases. And
our watching audience loves the idea of a kit on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I know I said the bezels might be my favorite, but it might be that everything we pick up is going to be my favorite at that moment. Okay, what's next, Kierston?
Let's talk about the link next.
Okay.
So this is another tiny part, right? But for me, it's kind of a basic. And I remember I fought somebody on this.
You did what? Oh, I was in your corner with these. I thought that these were a great thing to develop, but I do remember that not everybody was excited about them at first.
Well, they are fantastic. They fit in SS 16 sized crystal flat back. They are
2-sided, in case they missed that.
Yeah, double-sided. They have a beautiful, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. They have a beautiful millgrain border around them.
I'm going to bring one up closer to the camera and see if people can see that.
Oh, a little bit.
Picks it up. Let me bring this little light closer too. That might help.
Yeah, they're fantastic in multiples. So they work so great with chandelier earrings or like a long station necklace, which is what I had in mind.
And now I do have all of our jewelry designs set up to show people too, but I kind of thought I'd do that after, but maybe pulling out the designs as we're talking about them is a little bit better way to show what can be done.
Kimberly Crawford agrees with you, Kierston, that you scored on this link.
I'm glad you're in my court.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here saying so.
This necklace was, Kierston had this idea right off the bat. She said, we need to do a big station necklace. So I made this design that's got a link about every 1.5 inches or so, and it's like 40 inches long, so you can double it around your neck, and it's just sumptuous. It's so lovely.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah, I would wear that every day. That's beautiful, Tracy.
And then this one too, let's turn that over so the crystal's facing forward. And then this one too is just very royal. It really made a nice, what's the design style for, let me think. There's a sort of a necklace style that has.
Oh, like a bib necklace?
Sort of. Yeah. I think bib is what I'm thinking of. And I think I could have kept going with these on this design because it was just coming out stunning. And then we also used them in these little moon phase necklaces. Earrings. And they really add some beautiful sparkle to that. So I love these ones too. They might be my favorites.
For the moment. For the moment.
They might be my favorites.
Until we move on to the next part.
Right. Okay.
Let's talk about the button. So the button is a simple one. TierraCast buttons are, as everyone knows, the best. We love making buttons here. They work so well. I see so many designers make gorgeous designs using our buttons. So I just wanted to give a simple, beautiful button with a little bling.
Mm-hmm.
I actually made a ring out of one, and that was pretty cool.
What's interesting about these buttons is because there was so much detail, you made them a little bit lighter so that all that detail wouldn't make it too big and bulky. So it's very interesting. It's a very slender little button that then has the crystal on it like the charm does.
Mm-hmm. It's lightweight. It comes with the crystal glued in. It's again a little SS9.
Lynn Carling says everything is her favorite.
There you go, Lynn. And I'm looking at all the designs I did, and I guess I only used the button I used the button in a bracelet too. But I used the button with the earrings like we often do. You guys see us do that a lot, where you just string some jump rings in the back and use the button as a focal on a pair of earrings. And then one of the kits, this is a good segue, one of the kits we're launching is a variation of the Monstera button bracelet that we launched with Renewal. And that technique of knotting with some check glass beads and then finishing it off with a button was so popular. We loved the idea of doing a variation of that, using that technique with this launch too. So that button is also featured in that kit.
I love that kit.
Yeah, I love the way this this kit came out. Really do.
It's very dreamy. I just look at it and I think dreamy.
Dreamy. But yeah, buttons are awesome.
Yeah. So we have one more part, and it's the magnetic clasp. And so we have
Magnets work really well.
Always fun because they have very strong magnets. We had received a ton of requests to do kind of a riff on our really popular Lotus magnetic clasp. And so this one is really tiny. It is, the big side is the size of the small side of the Lotus magnetic clasp. So it's really a minimally obtrusive clasp. There you go.
Pulling one out for comparison. So that Lotus, which is is a very popular clasp for us, at the same type of construction. So it's got the wider side and then the little side that nests inside.
Yeah, we had a customer, Sparrow Spite, reached out to us and asked us to do more magnetic clasp, and said particularly for people with accessibility issues. So it's fantastic for anyone who has a hard time to put on bracelets, of course, myself included. I can never get them on myself. I have to tape them to my wrist. So I like the magnetic clasp.
Nice.
Yeah, and it has a beautiful engraved kind of starburst image on both sides, and it's really versatile, so you can use it for all kinds of things, not just celestial.
Right. That is true that this little design, yes, it has your starburst, but it's pretty, you could put that with a lot of other stuff. Here's how it looks in the necklace that we were just talking about. So I love that it's just a little bit smaller.
So are our viewers.
Yay, good.
Yeah, it's just a little daintier, a little bit more feminine.
Yep. All right. So I think that's all the parts. It's not, well, one more kit, which I forgot to mention when we were talking about the little moon phase charms. The third kit that is launching with this collection is just a very simple sliding knot leather cord bracelet that has some faceted 6mm check pony beads that are just beautiful. And then it includes some spacers and a set of the moon phase charms. And we had fun doing that design with some different types of beads. We used some 6/0 seed beads, and we used a lot of different colors of the check glass beads. So that, of course, these projects will be on the website for people to download and do on their own. I'm not sure how I would show you guys all the jewelry designs unless I actually take my camera off of the little holder that it's on and hold it and show you guys.
You should so do that. Do
Should
it.
I
Do it.
that?
You made some gorgeous jewelry for this line. Not that you don't with every line, but man, you really did a number this time.
I think people should see your office, Tracy.
Oh, the office, yeah.
The dreaded office.
All right, I am going to give me a minute to get stuff back up here, and then I'll just pull my camera off so we can see some of the designs.
You know, it's while you're doing that, Tracy, I've been sitting here reflecting because we are doing meetings. TierraCast is conducting meetings. I see a few people on our feed that I'm meeting with while we introduce this. And we did the same with Renewal.
Right.
And Renewal was our first real launch after the pandemic. And it was such a perfect theme because it really was, we were really facing renewal. And this, I feel, is also so timely because Celestial, when I think about Celestial, it's so futuristic. It implies a future. It's looking forward. It's hopeful.
I like that. I like that. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get back to my camera controls and twisting it all around. I don't want to make you guys seasick. So, Kierston, I'm going to highlight this view so people can see these closer up. And then I'll talk a little bit about each design, or you guys chime in with the designs. This was the, oh, I know, I can turn on the flashlight here too. Is that better or worse?
It looks better from my end, but.
Okay. Light on or light off?
What do you think, Julie?
Is the light off right now? It looks good to me.
Okay, the light is off. It's okay. These were the moon phase earrings that Julie was talking about. That was really fun and was a kit consideration that didn't come through, but may later. This was the original design of the Celestial bracelet and earrings. That was super fun. Really fun to make that. And then these are the moon phase bracelet designs that inspired the moon phase bracelet kit. We decided to go, when we were deciding on which to use for the kit, we decided on that beautiful kind of amethyst AB type of check glass with the silver charms. So that's what's in the kit. And then we have the whatever we called that. What did we call the Starry Night bracelet? That's the one that ended up in the kit. This beautiful, listen to me talking about my own designs. I love it. I really think it's beautiful. But it was heavily influenced by Julie. She kept going, give me more boho influence. So it's got a
Put a tassel on it.
Put a tassel on it. So it's got the pendant that's two-sided. So that what's fun about that is then you can wear it, you know, whichever side you want. And we included some of our intermix links on this design because we thought that went well with the theme. Oh,
They
and
really play well with that. That looks fantastic.
yeah, it's got the little moon phase charm set too. Okay, what else? You guys saw that features the Celestial Brilliance links and the pre-glued bezel charm. And this is a little more simple necklace that we did with the pendant. Also was a kit consideration, but that one dropped off the kit list, but it will be on the website at some point. And then, oh, Julie, these were your babies. These ones.
Oh yeah, leather. Put a tassel on it or a piece of leather.
Right. So we made these infinity loop leather cord earrings with a big cluster of check glass and the big crystal bezels. And let's see, oh, these ones. Now these ones were Kierston's favorite.
They are my favorites.
So these are the pendants again, but on an earring with some big, I think these were like 11 millimeter check glass crystal bead or glass beads. So
I do love the length on those.
yeah,
So pretty.
they're
Kierston
fun.
has a long enough neck to pull it off.
Right. And then these ones again with the button and the crystal link.
Those are a work of art, Tracy.
Yeah. You know, surprisingly, they're not that hard to put together. I was writing the directions and it was like, at first I was like, oh, these are going to be a bear. And
They're very impressive.
they're not as challenging as they look. So these then were just some simple earring ideas with the crystal bezels. One, of course, with all silver, so it's all the pre-glued, and then the second one with some different color choices in both the link and the oval bezel. And that's about it. There's one more little pair of earrings that Kierston made to go with that. What did you call the necklace? Station.
Oh yeah.
So she used our temple, excuse me, our temple link and added some of those crystal links and to embellish them. So those are beautiful. Yeah, and all of these, of course, will be on the website. Some of them are there now. They don't have downloadable project sheets yet, but they will very soon. Watch for that later this week. And let's see, what else do we have to say?
I would love to know what Julie's favorite part is. They're all my favorite parts. But I am wearing today, I am wearing the bezels on my hoops, which I am loving and going to wear, and I'm wearing the pendant. And they look great together. And you know, I'm not a blingy person, but
Right.
the clear crystal is really, and that bezel is not very blingy. It's very, I don't know, what would you call it? It's
Classic.
there you go.
It's a classic. So that's our new product lunch. Thank you, Kierston, for all the gorgeous, gorgeous work.
It's my pleasure.
Joanna Decker says, oh my God, I'm going to go broke buying all the pieces in every tone.
I'll start, you know, all these projects are going to be on the website, which means that they will be fodder for upcoming demo videos. So Julie and I will be highlighting these, a lot of these designs over the next few weeks, so you guys can see demos of them. What do you think, guys? Do we have anything else to say? We're excited.
I have one other thing to say. And that's that some of our very best products come from our customers' brilliant ideas. So if ever you have dreams and wishes, please reach out to us and let us know what they are. And maybe you'll see your smaller magnetic clasp in a future release or whatever it is that you're hoping and dreaming for.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all we got for you, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We are super, super excited about our Celestial launch. And you guys can find all that. You can take a look at the parts on the website. It's I did put a link in the description of the event today, but it's just, if you go to the TierraCast website, it should pop up right there on the homepage. And if for some reason you don't see it, click the collections button, and that will bring you right there to all of our collections, including the newest one. So thanks for joining me, Kierston. Thanks,
Tracy.
Thank you as always, Julie. And I'm not sure if we're doing a live video next week. Julie, earlier in the video, Julie mentioned that she's got meetings for the next 2 weeks. And it is right now is our Mojo wholesale event, where basically Julie's just booked with meetings for 2 weeks with customers. And also there's extra things that I'll be involved in too. So don't know if we're going to do a video next week, but I will. If we do, I'll post something and you guys will see it. Otherwise, we will see you the following week. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Kierston. Bye, Julie.
Bye-bye.